All right, today's gonna be shoulder day. Starting off with some rear delts here with the burst pec fly. So we are less than 2 weeks out now from the show. Weight's definitely starting to drop quite a bit now, like strength gain wise. We're definitely noticing some weakness in some shoulder exercises, some back stuff, and some chest stuff. Legs are holding up pretty well. I mean, I dropped a little bit in the beginning of the cut for legs, but really the legs have maintained the most strength out of everything else. I think that translates to because like we do a lot of cardio and we do cycling for cardio, high gear cycling, so I believe that's why we maintained a lot of the leg gain strength. So to start rear delts here, I'm going to be doing the reverse grip pec deck at 130 to start. So just like a quick warm-up set here. All right, first working rear delt set, rear delt fly set is gonna be at 145, or sorry, 150. So, same thing for the second set here. Keeping it at 150. So far for today's meals, I started off the day with eggs and like 2 potatoes, lightly seasoned, hardly any oil, it was just like not even a tablespoon of oil. A rice cake, protein bar that was like 190 calories, 20 grams of carbs. What else? Before leaving, we had ground beef, 155 grams of ground beef, and 1/4 of rice. And hot sauce on top of the rice. I think that's it. And then we had 2 coffees, so the milk and the coffee, but I don't use a lot of milk, so I wouldn't even really count that for much. Drop that down now. Go like 130. Yeah, so meal-wise, we still have about 1 meal to go, which is gonna be sausage and 155 grams of broccoli. So for this next set, we're gonna be doing the single arm. Oh, I forgot I gotta be twisted this way. I'm gonna be doing the single arm rear delt flies now. We'll try it at 130, see how that feels. 130 is relatively heavy for this exercise, so see how it goes. I don't want to do anything that's going to put too much strain on the shoulders, considering this is just the start. Other side now. For those of you that watch the videos, you'll know what's coming next. So we're going to be doing the bent over rear delt raises now. This is one of my preferred rear delt exercises. Probably one of my favorites next to the bent over cable rear delt raise. But for these, I like them because we could switch like from a supinated position and curl backwards like that to then like having the arms pronated and then throwing them backwards like that. It just gives me like a different squeeze overall in the rear delts. So I used to like doing it the reverse grip way, but recently I've been doing it where my wrists are like facing the mirror here and then throwing my arms backwards. And that seems to just give me a little bit more of the activation that I'm looking for. So we'll stick with that method again for today. Now, usually I'll use 25 first and then drop down, but there are no 25s available right now. So we'll just rep out the 20s here. Oh, speaking of, okay, the guy beside me has 25, so I'll see if I can get them from him after, whenever he's done his exercises. So, second set here. Okay, third set here, and then we're done with the rear delts. A tip too, if you're not really feeling the activation much in the rear delts when doing these, one, you want to use a light enough weight And two, you almost want to like lift the shoulders pre-lift. Like, just as my shoulders relaxed, I'm kind of lifting them a tad, just like that. Almost like when we're about to do ladder raises and we lift a bit. So onto shoulder press now, dumbbell shoulder press. Probably just like 2 sets of these. So we'll start with the 60s here. These are just getting heavier and heavier as we drop weight here. Okay. So we'll do another set here. We'll do another set of shoulder press here, and then we'll move on to the ladder raise. All right, onto machine ladder raise. So we'll start at 110. Same thing as always for these. First 2 sets we're grabbing the handles, and then the last set we're not grabbing the handles, we're just using the arms. So for these, you want to keep the elbows kind of back, tucked sort of, and then we're pushing out on the handles as we lift, just to keep the form solid. So hold at the top, control it on the way down. You know, it's pretty crazy looking back at the footage. Before, when we used to do these, we hardly had like a shadow underneath because of all the body fat. Now, not only can you see like the rippling of the striations, but there's like just a huge shadow underneath now. It's because of how lean we're getting. Take a 10-second rest pause. All right. So now for the sets where we're not grabbing onto the handles and we're just keeping the arms flat down. The same thing though, same principle of trying not to let the weights touch, sacks touch, and then holding at the top for a second. Fuck. Let's drop that down a little. See how goofy or sick this looks like. This looks from the front. So, same thing. Still at 80 pounds here. I don't know if I mentioned it, but we dropped from 110 to 80. That up. Take a 10-second rest pause. Okay, so we're gonna do anterior delt next. So it's gonna be for the front delts. And we're just gonna do the usual like dumbbell raise thing that we've been doing. Zoom in a little bit there. Okay. So instead of the 15s this time though, we're gonna be using the 20s. All right, so shoulders are done. We're just gonna check out the shoulder pump real quick here and then go bang out some cardio. But looking pretty good there. That's probably the best shoulder pump that we've ever had on this cut. Like, this is just absolutely freaky. Damn. Like, holy fuck. Completely capped shoulders. This is definitely one of those pumps that where the accusations are gonna come in. The non-natty accusations. That's just fucking wild. But yeah, so shoulders are done. We're gonna do some cardio now and then we'll head out. Just we'll get one more side pose here. That's just fucking gnarly. Okay, so cardio's done. Almost 300 calories burnt. By the time we're done the video, we'll probably be in the 300 cal range. 31 minutes in after a shoulder day here. Crazy fucking shoulder pump today. Probably one of the best that we've ever had. So one day closer to August 9th. Less than 2 weeks out now. So I'm super excited, cannot wait. And thanks for all the support for those that have stuck with me this far. And for those that are new to the journey here, you know, I hope you enjoy. I hope there's stuff you can take from the channel and learn. Don't take everything I say verbatim. I just do what works for me. So please do what works for you, and hopefully I could be of some help. So, till the next one, everybody, take care.